when it gets up to them big boxes, you start having people jump in and out that just act a nut
Yeah.
on your platform.
They
So,
do.
Okay, I'll
yeah, I
be
don't
back.
like that. Okay.
So, I would like to add that my stepfather was West African. He was Senegalese, and my all of my braiding training and all of that stuff came from Africans, and getting trained by them, and then after that, going to cosmetology school, I realized that they don't understand hair care. They don't care about your natural hair at all. And they don't
She
have
said they
any
don't care.
education. They don't have any education on it either. They're unsanitary.
Yes.
They are pulling your edges, and it's like, yes, it looks better when you have full, braids around your edges. But if you have to have, skinnier braids around the edges to keep your edges, it's worth it to me, because you can still have beautiful braids without putting so much tension and force on those edges. So, yeah, that's one thing I've learned. That's why the quote unquote black braiders are such a sensation now, because we have actual hair care and we educate ourselves.
Now I want you to answer the question, Black women don't cheat. Do you feel like an energy shift when you cut your hair? And is there a hairstyle that makes you feel more energetic and a hairstyle that makes you feel absolutely like you've lost some energy?
No, I wouldn't say that my energy shifts because of my hair drastically. I've only cut my hair one time, and that was when I started my locks. I did not feel an energy shift, but I did feel empowered by having my locks. I felt like it gives more of like a goddess type of feeling, like you just feel really empowered and beautiful with the locks. For me, the longer the better. Unfortunately, I know that's probably um, not the ideal answer for an African American woman or a Black woman. But yeah, the longer the better. When I have like really long braids or really long extensions, I feel great. It makes me feel great.
Now wait a minute. Now you feel great. You feel more energetic. But some people will say, "Well, that's not your hair."
Right.
Right?
Right.
Why do you feel more energy with something that's not your hair?
It could be some deep rooted self hate. It could be some miseducation, or me just not embracing what I naturally have. Because when I take the time to condition my afro and twist it up at night and fluff it out in the mornings, and I mean everywhere I go, people are complimenting me everywhere I go. So it is a good feeling, but it feels better just on the inside of me when I have longer hair. So I do think that that's, some type of deep rooted insecurity or ignorance that I need to address. Yeah.
Now, what I've learned. Shout out to everybody coming into the room right now. We're talking about hair. If you haven't joined in, we're going to give out great information, but also we like to hear people's perspective. I once heard that when people throw beans, your hair actually grows. So I want to test this theory out. For everybody that's in the room, if you want to throw some beans out right now, feel free to throw some beans out, man. I can feel my follicles itching right now. You know what I mean? Thank you, Miss Perception. You know what I'm saying? I felt the tingle in my follicles. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. So yeah, if you're listening, man, feel free to throw some beans, man. If you haven't gifted anybody today, if you don't plan on blessing anybody today, you can change that thought and just bless me. Go ahead, throw some blessings out there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help your hair grow. You know what I'm saying? I heard it's a good conditioner. Yeah, to bless people. Yeah, just it. Yeah, do that. Now, Miss Perception.
Yes.
What about you? Is there a when you cut your hair, do you feel more energy or less energy, or is there a hairstyle that makes you feel more energetic?
Okay, so when my hair is cut, like if I cut my bangs or or even change my hair color, like I feel like I'm shedding energy, like I'm shedding something away. Like it's not that I don't feel more connection when I cut my hair, but it's like I feel like I'm cutting, an old cycle away, or I'm cutting old energy away. You know what I mean? And an empowering hairstyle. Well, I feel empowered with a lot of different hairstyles because I'm all about the part where, like, if you look good, you feel good, you attract good, then you are good. You feel me? Like everything surrounding, your presentation, I guess, if we're talking like in a social or worldly aspect. um an empowering hairstyle like that I like usually is, tends to be a little bit on the longer side. I like long hair myself. And when it comes to braiding hair or weave hair, you're adding hair in your hair, so I don't see a difference. And I think that I don't do it because of insecurity, because I wear my natural hair all the time, but I like to switch it up and I don't want to damage my hair. So that's why I wear wigs and stuff like that too.
Now, someone said that it's just hair. When you ladies hear that, what does that mean to you? It's just hair.
It's not just hair. Your hair shapes your face, okay? Well, for me.
I
Right.
I would ask them, what does that mean? It's just hair. What does that mean? Because it's an extension of you. It's
It's your
comprised
intentions.
of, what is within you. It's a reflection of the inside, because there is a such thing as medication hair. Your hair switches, with certain chemicals in your hair. You know what I mean? So it's not just hair. It is truly an extension of you. Like, and one of the things, when I went natural, it was like I was meeting myself for the first time, because I
Kinda,
grew
right?
up when I was 5 years old. My mom started putting Just For Me relaxer in my hair. And so, from the time that I was 5 to the time that I was 25, I was relaxing my hair. So, I read a book called The Curl Bible or something like that, that educates you about the different curl patterns and what different products are best for those curl patterns. And so I read that. I learned about my curl pattern because my friend, she was natural. She was the only girl on the boat that had a natural little fro, and she was slim, tall, brown skin, beautiful goddess energy. You hear me? Straight goddess energy. And she helped educate me and actually took me to her barber to get my big chop. So being educated on my curl pattern and stuff like that, that actually helped me to learn more about myself. So it's not just hair, it's more of you.
Powerful. Hey, baby, welcome to the screen. Welcome to the panel. Now, for
Hey.
you, is there any? Put your mic down. Yeah, there you go. So now, is there any hairstyle that makes you feel more energetic, right, and more powerful? And is there a hairstyle that you feel like it takes away from your energy?
I'm gonna say that when I wear my hair natural, like a curly fro, a twist out, a braid out, that's when I feel like the most powerful or like the most free. And when I wear like cornrows or like, braids that are like straight back, I would say I would feel like that kind of takes away the energy. It like confines it in a way.
Straight hair takes me out of my authenticity. I like it, but I don't feel like myself. I feel like another bitch, you know? It's crazy.
No, I get that.
That, yeah, that's
Now,
that, yeah.
which is funny, in the Bible, you hear the story of the gentleman by the name of Samson. And Samson actually lost his strength when he cut his hair. But it sounds like for the women, cutting the hair is liberating. There's a level of liberation that comes with it, in opposed to a loss of strength. It seems like you guys almost kind of gain energy from the cutting.
I think
I
because
don't know
we,
about
we
gaming.
carry an energetic weight and we feel it a lot more than men do. And y'all carry a physical weight, you know. Um and so I feel empowered Like
I
I
be
really feel
releasing
empowered
energy
because
when I
I feel
cut it
like I'm
though.
going against the European beauty standards as well. I love going against any beauty standards. There's this song, um, oh my gosh, by Sarak. Um, and in that song, she's talking about like her self-image and all of that type of stuff. And she was talking about I rock a Bali just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? And that goes against the beauty standards because women are supposed to have long hair and it's supposed to be straight and it's supposed to be flowing. And it's just like, nah, my hair grows up, not down.
I love that. Now, a lot of people talk about there's an aspect of hair that deals with like spiritual protection and power. So throughout like history, you've seen that hair has been a symbol of strength, like I mentioned with Samson, and where it's like the source of your power and a protective kind of a thing. Do you feel in any way that from a spiritual or metaphysical space
Oh
that
yeah.
there's a level of protection when it comes to your hair? We talk
Yes,
about
and there's yes. And also it could be a very vulnerable thing to give somebody as well because in the world of magic or stuff like that, hair is a strong ingredient. Very strong because it holds your essence, holds your energy, holds you know what I mean? Everything. Like your DNA, all that shit. Even when they do hair follicle tests, when they test you for drugs and stuff, like your hair holds everything. So it's a very powerful piece, even in the metaphysical world.
And I do not I don't allow anybody to touch my hair. The last time I allowed somebody to touch my crown, I shaved my hair off and I burnt it. That's why my hair is that's why my hair is the way that it is now because I had got a spa treatment. I did it for the plot because I'm investing in head spas. But yeah, the next day I shaved it off.
What was your thoughts? What was the thought behind that? Like what made you feel the need to shave it off?
I just didn't feel right. I felt violated. I really felt violated. Because
hair rape.
no, because it was like during the spa treatment, because I had microlocks. My microlocks where I had like a microlock pixie. It was really cute. You know what I mean? And I was planning on growing my microlocks out and, all of that type of stuff. And like while she was doing my hair, like while she was doing the treatment and stuff like that, she was just like, oh, I love how I wish my hair was like like not you people, but like yours, you have so many, ways of doing it and all that type of stuff. But I felt like she really didn't know what she was doing, but I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to experience, the experience, right? But after I got done, like all of this, my microlocks on this side, because I have very soft hair, was just combed out. And so I put my hair wrap on and I left. And on the drive home, I'm just like, yeah.
Do you have pictures of the pixie cut? Because I'm trying to imagine how it looks.
Yeah, I do.
Because it sounds like it'd be cute.
Right.
Yeah,
and
I like
really
the pixie look on people. The
and
pixie
I
look
really
on
want to
people
know.
is super cute. Oh, go ahead.
I really want y'all to be honest with me. Be honest. Have you ever cut your hair and felt a release of trauma?
I don't know if I can connect it to trauma per se, but I do feel like I'm shedding a cycle or I'm shedding like a chapter or I'm shedding like an era, or you know what I mean? Like a cycle. That's why I'm always switching how I look because like I constantly do that. It's not because I'm insecure, but it's because like it's like a need for something new. Even something as simple, a small change can make a big difference. So like I don't know. Like I'm constantly changing how I look.
What about you, Black Women Don't Cheat? Omba, baby. Have you guys ever felt like
I'm at work. Give me 1 second.
Okay,
They're in the comments.
I'll say yes. There was a time where I cut my hair I was just, you know, how you go through those stages where your hair done been dyed and it's just damaged and, you know, it's like you don't know what to do with it. So I cut it and I felt great after I did it. I knew it was the best decision for my hair health overall. I know we like to try to hold on to every little inch and every centimeter of our hair, but sometimes you need a good trim or a good cut and just to let it go and start anew.
See, and that's so funny in my culture and in Choctaw culture, Native American culture, like it's not seen as a good thing to have to cut your hair, right? For us, it's like a hair growth is a symbol of spiritual growth. Uh-oh, why's my thing going off? Hold on 1 second.
Indeed. I look at hair growth like that too.
My father's mother, my grandmother, like it what I noticed is that the older the women get, especially the melanated women get, the shorter their hair gets. My grandmother is in her 80s and she don't have no wrinkles. She's a firecracker. She'll talk shit, all of that type of stuff. And her hair is just like this. And she does not like it to be any longer.
My grandma the same way.
Like, and so it's like the older you get, you be like, forget that. Like,
Yeah,
but
my
there
grandma
are
cut
some-
her hair off a long time ago and kept it like that.
yeah.
Mm.
But
So
did you see
so
it, Misperception? Did you see the photos?
I did. I said they were cute.
Okay.
I like it.
like for in my people's culture, it's a way of we saw it as a way of staying connected to the earth. You know, the hair actually, like, you know, our hair grows out, but when you put it in a ponytail or things, it comes down. It like hangs down. And for our culture, it's a way of like seeing it as drawing energy from the earth. Like we always saw it, and just kind of like a symbol of like spiritual growth. As you grow in spirit, your hair grows. You know what I'm saying? Your body grows. Your mind grows. You know, so we've always kind of seen it that way, even down to the thing that you use to condition your hair. There is a spirituality to that, right? Depending on the type of animal fat you use is very important, because you would use different animal fats, different plants, different things in order to make your product, right? These things were very important. Like for certain rituals and certain occasions, you're not going to use the same thing to moisturize or condition your hair for this ceremony that you might use for this ceremony, because you're not just putting the things on your hair, it's the things that you're using to also connect. It's a form of connection as well too. I don't think people see the hair products as a way of connecting also.
No.
You know, like it's a form of connection, right? But a lot of people don't see that. Energy said the hair is connected directly to the nervous system. These are sensors. Yeah, we talked about that a second ago when we first started, about that connection to the nervous system. And people don't realize how the nervous system actually plays a part in spirituality. For you ladies,
The
like what?
rectopili. It's the rectopili that makes your hair stand up and stuff.
Mm, what about what products do you ladies prefer to use on your hair?
I've always been
oil,
like a,
aloe.
oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Stormy.
I was just gonna list them real quick: jojoba oil, aloe, um, black what is it called? Black soap to wash it. And then I also use Shea Moisture products. And I use Design Essentials mousse because they actually use natural ingredients.
Mm.
I'm definitely a Shea Moisture girl. I love their leave-in conditioners. Cantu's good. You can't go wrong with some shea butter. Mix up your favorite oils in there. Make it a whipped shea butter. But that's it. I'm pretty basic when it comes to products. I don't really use a whole lot. Maybe like a spray bottle mixed with aloe water and some purified water to mist
I
first.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I do definitely use a spray bottle all
Use
the
a spray
time.
bottle every day.
Or rose water. Yeah.
Rice water, I heard, is good for your hair too, and I haven't tried it yet.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But I've also heard
No,
it.
I'm just kidding.
It is.
Yeah.
I actually use rice bran oil in my hair oil that I make. I use rice bran oil and fenugreek oil in it along with other oils. And it's really good. But it also depends on the type of hair that you have, because the molecules aren't able to be absorbed properly. So everybody needs different.
Hair porosity.
My
matters.
fucking hair
You need to know
soaks
if
up
you're high porosity,
so
low
much
porosity.
moisture.
Like highly porous hair, it absorbs moisture quickly, but it also leaves quickly. So you would need like a heavier oil, like a castor oil or olive oil,
and then something to lock it in too.
Yeah, to lock in the moisture, because water hydrates your hair, but in order for it to be nourished and sealed, that oil definitely does it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he brought up the nervous system. But he said, well, it's merely just connected to the nervous system. But there's the spiritual aspects that pertain to like the nervous system, because like the nervous system is like the bridge from the physical body to like almost like the metaphysical consciousness, right? So when you're talking about things like the vagus nerve or whatever, this is like the longest nerve of the nervous system. You know what I'm saying? And in some traditions, they call that like the soul nerve. You know what I mean? It's literally called the soul nerve. So when you're talking about the nervous system, it kind of like connects the brain to the heart, to the lungs, to the gut, to the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it acts as this this conduit for feeling. And when most people say feeling, right, I also mean like a fielding, right? Not just a feeling, but a fielding, right? So that thing that auric field, that energetic field that goes around your body, and things that allow for you to attract or to repel negative energy. All of this is kind of connected to the nervous system, plays a extremely big part into that. In Vedic traditions or whatever, people talk about the chakra system and things like that. But chakras you don't really see. It's not something you can actually see, but there's a connection with chakra or these energy points and like the nerve centers and plexuses, right? In the physical body. So if I'm talking about like the solar plex chakra, or the Manipura is what they call it, right? Now this corresponds with a particular part, right, which corresponds with another part, which corresponds with another part. It goes on and on. So this connection of the nerves, right, plays a part in your feeling, but also your fielding and your energy. So hair in itself also plays a part with how energy is displayed, right? Your hair, like we talk about the look. Like I can go all day on the metaphysics of looks, of your look or your countenance. You know what I mean? Because spiritually, if you're in a certain disposition, it shows in your countenance, right? And hair plays a part in accentuating your countenance. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't take that into consideration. Ladies, have you ever been? You've ever been just sick of a hairstyle to the point where you say, "Well, I just can't wear this anymore. I'm over it. I'll never wear it again." No hairstyles you'll never go back to?
like heavy, long,
That
heavy
just recently
hairstyles
happened
because
to
I can't
me
do the tension.
because I usually wear my hair like in a side part, and I did.
Uh-oh. Your hair nappy right now. We can't hear you. Mhm.
I have a lag. I'm be right back,
Okay.
y'all.
What were you saying, Stormy?
Dang, what was the question again?
Is there a hairstyle that you would just never go back to?
Oh.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
So
babe, how your
basically,
mama?
long, heavy hair, I can't do it. Like my hair has to be light. It has to be, like I cannot do high tension hairstyles. No. Like even tight sew-ins and I'm the one that does my hair. So I be pissed off at myself because I be doing it too tight, right? So anything that has high tension, can't do it. Nope.
I'm gonna say perms. I will never go back to the creamy crack.
Facts.
No, that's a good one. That crack cream is definitely doing a number on a lot of our women's heads. Now, I've learned that in like yogic traditions, and I didn't notice till I actually looked it up. Is that they believe that your hair has a maximum length, right? And you should allow your hair to like reach its maximum length in order to nourish the brain, but also like enhance intuition and to increase your vitality of life. Have you ladies ever heard this before?
But with us, how can you gauge length? Because with our curl pattern, like the tight curl pattern doesn't really display length like that.
Well, I don't think it's about showing length, but allowing it to reach its its maximum potential. So even if it gets curly and it only comes out to here, but it's been
Yeah.
allowed to reach its furthest length. Do you think that that there could be some truth to that?
No,
Mm.
it doesn't resonate for me. It doesn't resonate for me.
Someone said, but feminine and masculine derivation for aura differs. Yeah, Rock, you're gonna have to break that down. Just break it down for me. That would be really nice to get an understanding. Hair
He's
hair
a
and
troll, Heavy.
huh?
He's a troll.
Oh, okay, got it. No said.
Mm.
So black people have used hairstyles as a form of rebellion. Y'all know that.
Yes.
Like we've literally used hairstyle as a form of rebellion, especially like the afro has been a form of rebellion. Has there ever been a point in your life where you've used your hair as a symbol of rebellion?
Yeah, when I went natural in the Navy, they was not about to sit here and take my afro away. You got me chopped. No.
Well, what about you, black woman? Don't she, baby Umba?
Have I used my hair as a form of rebellion? When when I used to get mad at my ex, I would put weave in my hair because I knew he hated it. So yeah, that was my rebellion.
Oh yeah.
Whenever we would like to be like at odds for like longer than a day or so, I would just go and buy like some weed down to my butt and put it in and just piss him off.
Mm-hmm. What about you, babe?
Can you repeat the question again?
Have you ever used your hairstyle or as a form of rebellion?
I'm gonna say no. When I was younger, I used to rock a lot of different hairstyles, colors, lengths, but I wouldn't say that I ever had a hairstyle like out of rebellion.
But I also will say, also in high school, I was a part of color guard. I was in the marching band, and they wanted everybody to wear the sock bun. And at that time, my hair was long. I could put it in a sock bun. I didn't want to do a sock bun. So I told my mom to cut my hair. So I had a cute little Holly Berry pixie. And so I was the only one in the color guard that did not have to wear a bun. So that was another. I've always been rebellious. I mean, I'm naturally rebellious. I naturally like to just do what other people are not doing. Like, why do I have to
Me
look like
being
everybody?
me being a guy, I have no understanding of what a sock bun is. So can you explain what a sock bun is?
But you wanna explain to him what a sock bun is?
It's literally like us taking a sock. It's the way you wrap it around your hair and the way you kind of like mold your hair over the sock to get that perfect like donut shaped bun. Now they've created these little foam things you could just put on your hair opposed to using a sock. They have actual products for that now. But no, we would literally wrap a sock around the ponytail, get it nice and tight, and then lay your hair over the bun to get that like just perfect bun look. It looks like a donut.
Oh. Oh, so that's how y'all did it back then.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, is there a group of people or a tribe or just a person in life that you just love the way that they do their hair? Like you love that, that cultural look.
The Fulani tribe, I love the way that they do their hair.
Mhm.
I'm
Those are
obsessed
my
with the
favorite
Fulani
parts.
tribe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like they share. I think because they traveled from the east. To me, they share a lot in common with like Ethiopians, like the way they do
Mm-hmm.
as well too. They share a lot in common when it comes to their hairstyles. What about you, Omba? What about you, Stormy? Is there a group of people and you just love their hairstyles?
I'm going to say the Egyptians. I love their headpieces and how they would have braids and just all sorts of different types of hairstyles. Like they were so creative with it. I'm going to go with the Egyptians.
Absolutely.
And you know what? The Egyptians actually were the ones that they were the ones that had the wigs, and their wigs have literally lasted thousands of years, like over 3,000 years. Like they had the wigs, like the men, some of the men would wear a wig that had the curly hair on the top, and then it would have the braids on the bottom type stuff. Like it was so creative how they would actually do it, but it was a form of protection as well for their crown, which was
Now,
really dope. So I would agree with her. I definitely like.
do you think Black people should incorporate into our culture like certain things that other tribes kind of did? Like, do you think we should do hairstyles that deal with, like, say, your marital status or your levels of wealth, or you know what I mean, or your age? Do you think that there should just be certain hairstyles that pertain to those things?
You said the name, the age, the hairstyles, like.
Yeah, like you could tell us a woman is married based on her hairstyle. You could tell a person's level of wealth based on their hairstyle. You could, do you think that would be a good thing or a bad thing for our people?
No, I don't think it would matter. Did you just lick me?
Mm.
No.
I don't know. What do you think, Black women don't cheat?
I think that there already is. Typically, women that have natural hair, I've noticed, even as a hairstylist, I've noticed that women that have locks or natural hair are usually married, not always, but for the majority of the time, they'll be married. The girls who have like the lace fronts and the girl who have like the lace fronts and the long hair, they're typically single, younger. I would say the women that have more money, like typically women who have financial stability or who are like wealthy, in everyday life, I usually see them with like silk presses or maybe tape ins more of a natural type of look, but it's straightened.